Hi there! Welcome to Vanquished Stitching. I'm Vanquished, and this is a cross stitch or floss tube channel all about my cross stitching journey and just kind of what I'm up to and just sharing my hobbies and my projects that I'm working on with everyone just because it's so much fun. I love watching other floss tubers, so it's just a good time. So you might have noticed I didn't post last week, and that is because I physically just was not able to really stitch my entire upper back and shoulders. My arms, like up here, my hands, my wrists were hurting really bad, so I took off most of last week, which would have been Cat Realm, I believe. I don't know. I worked on stuff. I don't even know where I'm at this week, So this is just going to be a weird updated video. I'm going to talk about Cat Realm. I'm going to talk about Frog Pile. And then my actual plans of what was supposed to, that was week of July 13th to the 19th. Then last week, which would have been July 20th through the 26th, of how I have stuff broken up for. And then what's supposed to be this week, which is the July 27th through August 2nd. So there's a lot to kind of go through these 3 weeks, which is weird, and I feel like I'm so out of it, I don't even know how I structure these or have been doing these, so bear with me. I also think everyone is suffering because it's so hot. I'm in the Midwest of the United States, so we're all been dying of heat. The heat dex isn't crazy. It's just so hot, and I don't do well in the heat. Probably like most people, but yeah, so I've been struggling on that end as well. So let us get into it. I am first going to talk about the Cat Realm. There is actually 2 updates about this. I did not get much done, and I decided here's Cat Realm, and also where I left off on, but I still need to figure out my lighting situation. I can't even tell if that looks good or not. I filled in this little section here, and then I started working up just because. I don't know why, but I am not enjoying stitching on this, and I don't know if it's because all of this is confetti heavy and just how I started it is kind of crazy, and I feel like I need to do it chunk by chunk or block by block. And I started stitching up here, and I'm liking how I'm doing this a lot more. So I think this down here, just trying to fill all that in, is stressing me out. So I'm just not enjoying it as much. Try to focus on. That squeak is my the light. Is that better? I don't know. Okay, but anyways, so Cat Realm. Let me talk about this a little bit more. So, like I said, I am not enjoying working on this at the moment. Like I said, it's stressing me out. So, in my previous video, or even the past couple, I've been deciding on Tiger Sanctuary or New Solar System. And I think I fixed that problem. I am going to be swapping out Cat Realm and just putting this in normal rotation. And it is now going to be New Solar System taking its place. So this will be, New Solar System will be my 3-week rotation. But let's talk about this a little bit more. So I did not work on very much. I put in 170 stitches. So it has gone from, let's see here, 2,688 stitches to 2,858 stitches. So it was at 1.46%, and now it's at 1.55%, which is exciting. But yeah, this, I don't know what it is, but I'm just not having fun. And stitching is something that you should enjoy and not be stressed about. And yeah, so this guy is just going to the side for the moment. Let's see. And then Frog Pile, which is this. I was also supposed to work on, once again, this is the 13th or the 19th, Goldfinch and Lilacs. Did I show that? I don't know if I showed that. Hold on. Give me one moment. I don't remember if I showed you Goldfinch and Lilacs. So this is a dimensions kit. It's 5x7 inches on 14 Ada cloths. So that's the mock-up. So it's just a little kit. And I think I gave a sneak peek, but if I didn't show it last week, but this is where I'm at. And I feel like if I wanted to, this could become another like focus piece because I feel like I could stitch it really fast. I like gridded everything out and did a bunch of this kind of lilac over here and this leaf in some background. Let that try to focus in a bit. Put this behind it. Does that help? I have no idea. But yeah, there's that. Like I said, this video, crazy. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I worked on that. Frog Pile. I don't think I worked on at all, or if I did, but regardless, like I said, I have no idea. Frog Pile is supposed to be something I work on every week, and gotta move this. My cat would 100% lay on top of it. So this is Frog Pile. This is something I work on every week because I want to get it done before November, because I'm doing this for one of my besties, my mentor, adopted mom, boss. So her birthday is in November, and I would love to get this done. So this has been my main focus that I stitch on every week. I don't know if I showed you last progress or what, but I did take a photo of it. I know I didn't work on it at all last week. Now, if I was supposed to show you what the progress was, I'm just, here's what it is. Somewhere. Of everything I've done so far. You can kind of see it back here. I started stitching it a little bit, but that will be for next week's video. Alright, so that was supposed to be the 13th to the 19th, if I didn't cover it in the previous video of stuff I done. Let's talk about the 20th through the 26th now. Snake Woman, Frog Pile, Kitty Litter. I already showed you Cat Realm, and oh, I lied. Snake Woman, I'm no longer doing because I was going to swap it out. So, Snake Woman is going to be replaced by, I believe it's Tiger Sanctuary. Let me double check here. Yes. So, every time I talk about these, I like put in order, and then I don't do that. Okay. So, Tiger Sanctuary. Let me just put like a little bookmark here so I don't have to fold it. Actually, give me one moment. Oh, crazy. Okay. Tiger Sanctuary is now going to be replaced. My cats are having a fit over there. Be nice, guys. Come on now. Leave her alone. Just chillax. Tiger Sanctuary is replacing Snake Woman because Snake Woman is just going to get put into rotation because I don't want to work on that once a week. I've decided. So I have all this bunch of fabric. I probably put up the, what is it called? Mock-up, here. It's one of those digital patterns. This is art is by Steve Reed. It's charted by Artisy. I am stitching this on 20 count Lugana. Yes, 20 count Lugana. It's 28 by 19 inches. It's 550 by 379 stitches. I'm doing a really good job at holding this. So I did work on this earlier this month because this was a new start. and it had 559 stitches, which was at 0.27%. And I just put in, or got it up to 1,000 stitches, so it's now at 0.48%. So I did 441 stitches in this. I'm going to try to maybe do round numbers, because trying to be like 441 just sounds like, bleh. And I could just be like, I did, 500 stitches. I don't know if it really matters, but from previous photo and stuff, I just filled in more of the sky and stuff. I was working over. I was trying to, my little threads here, I was trying to stitch over them so I could cut them off, because I don't know why I wasn't doing like the pinning end method, whatever the heck it's called. But yeah, I moved down here because it's more interesting, because I had to count how many, since a new color is going to be coming in. But the block stitching is nice between all the confetti stuff, even though I know there's going to be confetti here soon. And then let us talk about new solar system, because I also ended up working on this last week. There is a bajillion parked threads here. Not maybe a bajillion, but here is a mock-up and progress photo from when I last started on this. I just had some of the rim done. I'm just going to use this in the back. So I am stitching this on 20 count. The art, let me hold it up over here this way. Art is by Adrian Chesterman. It's tried by Artisy. So this is going to be a roughly 28 by 20 inches. It is 550 by 383 stitches. I started trying to do this block by block, because I do not have like a white fabric pen or anything to block this off. So I was like, I'm gonna have to do this block by block. I cannot do super long cross country. It's hard to count the stitches and stuff, and I do not want to mess this up. Actually, I already messed up one stitch, but I was able to just, add another stitch, and it was fine. So this originally had 126 stitches, and it was at 0.06%. This is at 500 stitches at 0.24%, so I did 374 stitches in this. And I forgot what this fabric is, but I got it from 123 Stitch. But it's all galaxy themed, so it's very, very pretty. And it's not like, it's just hard to count. But it's not hard to stitch on. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's not like black fabric, where it's like really hard to see into. Okay. Sorry, everything's so loud. Did I talk about Frog Pile? If not, Frog Pile mock-up. Here's an image of where I'm going to be starting this week and stuff. So, this week, July 27th through August 2nd. It's supposed to be a week of just random. I put everything on a wheel, all my projects, and picked from that. So it doesn't matter if I already got one rotation or not. So I'm working on whatever the heck I want to work on. I am supposed to be doing garden geisha, make lemonade, and butterflies fly freely. Be honest, I do not want to stitch on butterflies fly freely. That is a stamp kit. Right now, I do not want to work on any stamp kits. Make Lemonade is my oldest whip. It is that cute little mouse and lemonade one from my whip parade. Garden Geisha, though, that one I do plan on working on. So right now, physically, I am still recovering. My hands hurt quite a bit, and I'm hoping maybe to talk to my doctor about it and figure out what the heck's wrong with me. But my goal for this week is work on frog pile. My goal is to finish this yellow frog. I'm going to finish the yellow frog. That is a must for this week. Because I only have half the yellow frog left to do. I have this entire red frog to do and half of this teal frog. So, I only theoretically have 2 frogs left. And then all the back stitching. So that's a priority. Now, Garden Geisha is one of my geisha ladies. And this is going to be, once I finish frog pile, Garden Geisha is my next priority work or whip that I'm going to do. Because I'm so close to finishing it. And it has beads, which I've never done any beading before. But it's a Design Works kit. It is 12 by 17. It is on 14 Aida cloth. So here is the mock-up. She is beautiful. She is lovely. I have quite a bit of geisha, meaning like 5 or 6 now, ladies. So I would love just to have at least one done. And I don't think I'm going to stitch this swirly bit, like background, to be honest. This is where I'm at. There's a bunch of blank spots that are for beads or gold or the, metallic gold thread, which I really don't want to do. I don't know if I'm going to focus on her dress or if I'm going to focus on the parasol. Both sections I have messed up the counting for, so I don't know what I'm going to do for it. So let's get kind of a close-up here. Can I see? Yeah, so I want to work on this week. That is the goal. Now next week, what are my plans? Week of August 3rd through the 9th. I told you this video was crazy. We're back to the new month. And I am in now, like, rotation of those 4 kits. So I will be working on Vibrance of Italy. So here is the mock-up. This one, the good news is I am not tired of working on this. I am actually really excited to stitch on this. So I can't wait. And I did buy new or more Q-snap frames, so I'm going to be, I think, moving this into maybe an 8x8 frame. And so this, I think it's 6x6 or a 4x4. I don't know. But this is where I'm at the moment. It looks so good. I'm just really excited to keep working on this. Yeah, when you like work on it for so long and then walk away and come back to it when stuff didn't look like it was going to work, or you couldn't really make out what you were working on, and then you see it again, it's like, oh, it looks so good. And then I am going to be working on frog pile until that is done. I'm hoping to get it done here. I guess now middle of August is the goal. And then start on all the back stitching. Now, I'm supposed to do 3 projects a week. 3 days for frog pile, 2 days on the Vibrance of Italy, or those rotating 4 projects, and then 2 days on a Wheel Chosen project. I do not want to work on any stamped kits at the moment. And the next one that is stamped is Nightmare Before Christmas. I do not really want to work on that. I'm going to be so honest. So, once again, stitching is supposed to be fun. If I get to it, I get to it, great. Otherwise, I'm not too worried about it. And since my hands are still hurting, I might just work on frog pile and the Vibrance of Italy and just put as much work into both of those as possible. And I might change up how I am doing the wheel stuff. I might have, like, I'm in the mood for just kind of cross stitch the digital cross stitching and then like the stamped kit cross stitching. So that stuff will probably be changing, even though I've planned out everything through the end of December. And I might just skip or just try to keep it on there for all the like stamped ones and see if at that week I do want to, you know, work on them or not. But eventually, like, I do want to work on all of them, but maybe some more now than others. So yeah, I don't know. I might do some swapperoonie things too. So we shall see. If you had made it this far in the video and had dealt with all the crazy, I appreciate you. Thank you for sticking around and dealing with all this and listening to me just ramble. And I don't have a lot to show this week, but that's okay. Let me know down in the comments on what you're working on. Let me know if you have any ideas or kind of like, what should I do? Should I like just from here on out just make those new wheels and just redo everything and just replan out through December? Or should I do it just like week by week or like a month worth? Maybe that won't be a bad idea. And maybe that can be its own separate video, just like, hey, I spin the wheel for a month. Let me know your thoughts. And is there anything, you know, that I talked about that you would like me to work on more or should work on, or anything about my whip parade, anything that you're most excited about? Yeah, just let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more videos from me, hopefully I'm back to a weekly schedule versus this, you know, every 2 weeks, but hey, life happens and it's fine. But subscribe so you're not missing out in any of those videos. Give this video a like. It just helps with the algorithm / people can see it more, I guess. But I don't know who wants to subscribe to this crazy mess. I think that's it. So thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully with a little bit more progress, but I'm also not going to hurt myself or force myself. You do the same. Drink water. Be good. All right. Bye, everyone.